you can go ahead and you can unmute yourselves if you have any questions. Okay, so while we're waiting for people to think of questions to ask, and I see something here on the chat, so let me see.
I do have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
My question is, how do we find testimonials in the group that we're looking for? Like right now I have a doctor, chiropractor, he's going down for knee surgery, and I'd love to find a testimony of someone's knee getting repaired from the patches so that he doesn't have to go down for surgery.
Yeah, that's great.
We already have it in the Facebook group that I created. We also have it in the Dame Lillian in this group. We have multiple.
Okay, hold on,
Right.
Lillian.
But
Okay,
go ahead.
but we want everybody to get on this.
Yes.
This is, so instead of referring to people to those other things yet, this is to build the momentum of this page, because once y'all see how it automatically gets people interested without you having to try to explain stuff, it's amazing. That's why it's it's an ATM, it's automated, it's automatically gets people interested. So if you'll show her the Facebook page and then the little search up at the top.
And are we talking about patching testimonials global, or which one are we talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And so for those of you who don't know how to find the groups that you're in, if you just touch your this is your Facebook profile page, but over here tells you all the, like when you tap that, you see how then I go to groups. And then either if it's your group, then you go to your group and then it'll be listed there. So in my case, I'm managing this group. So patching testimonials global. So then in the search, I'm just going to put knee. Patching testimonial for knee. One patch wonder, that was Cynthia. Was not only her.
And then, and if you keep scrolling, say there's 10 things about knees, it'll show all 10 testimonies.
Yeah, there's no testimonial. There's Clint's father's. It was, yeah. So then you have multiple testimonials about that.
And so, and then if you put breast implant illness, it'll pop up my testimonial.
Yeah.
If you put thyroid, it will pop up my testimonial, and anybody else's who had thyroid. So whatever keywords you put in your story,
breast implant,
it'll search that and bring it up.
It's bringing that. You see, they come up. So there's 3 of them.
If you have skin issues.
Skin.
And they'll bring up the ones that are on there. So whatever you put in your personal story, it'll bring that up when people type in keywords.
Yeah, let's put heart.
Okay, wait. I'm still looking. So I search at the top.
Or so like, you go
that
to
little
the
search, the search hour, the little search magnifier
at the top. You see the little search button there, the circle?
Yes.
So just put knee, Knee, and it'll come up.
Okay.
You find it, Jackie?
Yeah. I see a couple in there. Is there more we can add? Like, is there someone that has avoided surgery with the patches?
Yeah, well, that's just it. We need to get more testimonies put in there, and Lillian's only one person adding, and because she has the bulk of it. But soon as we get the other leaders in and have them add testimony, but everybody, so like whatever your testimony is, Jackie, go put your testimony. What have the patches done for you? And Anne and Marty, go put your testimonies in so that people can see. And then when the other leaders join, we want to see if we can build this over the weekend for the next 4 or 5 days, get as many leaders and people that, whether they're customers and or affiliates in the group and their personal testimony on that page.
Okay.
Then we can start inviting other people to it. Now I've invited 1 or 2 just because I knew the testimony they were looking for is in there. One's joined, the other one hasn't, but the other 3 that I added were people who are already in my business with me. And the key is really just getting those testimonies and showing that it's other people putting testimonies in there in addition.
Yeah.
And then that's what I was telling Lillian is that big group that we're in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think it was 10 star people from that company. Maybe 3 of them in the same line over here. The other ones are considered, sisters or cousins or whatever. They're under somebody else's group, and same thing. So, but there's like 10 leaders who got together and started that group and got every single one of their affiliates and every single one of the affiliates and their customers and prospects to start looking at the page. So the prospects, the more testimonies there were, the more it just automatically started getting people interested. And the people that were prospected, they looked at it and were like, oh my gosh, okay. Oh my God, they had this on there. I need that, please. And they would come to me asking for something I hadn't even tried yet in the company. Cause it was vitamins and minerals, plant-based. And I was focused on one thing over there. And then next thing I know, it's like, oh, okay, well, I haven't tried that, but that's great that they thought that was interesting. They wanted to order that from me. So that's how this just all of a sudden, and I built a huge group over there, and I want to introduce them to Trinont, but you can't steal from other companies. So all I can do is just naturally let it take effect, but I can see if they'll look at this. They know exactly what ATM is. And if I can get them to look at it, it doesn't compete with the other company at this point in time. But as soon as his vitamins come out, I will be switching over to just the LifeWave with the water machine and vitamins.
And with us, we have no competition because there's no such thing as any other company having a cell activation patch. It just doesn't exist. So that's part of the beauty of what it is that we're doing because we're global. And then now we're adding the water machine, which, oh my gosh, that's so spectacular. The more I keep on learning and, with the training that David just did on Wednesday about 6 wavelengths of light. So we're going to have information about the water machine coming down, but we don't have that available yet. So we're just focusing right now on the patches and my goal is to get 200 testimonials in there over the next few days. I know it sounds like a lofty goal, but I don't have to do it all by myself. I already gave us a pretty good head start, and you better bet that today and tomorrow I'm going to be loading a whole lot more so that you have just about everything, covering as many as possible. And then we just need you guys. You can go on, do a Facebook Live, say, hey, I just wanted to say, I've been on the patches. I started on the patches on May 8th last year. And this is what I noticed in the first 24 hours. And the 21st day, this is what I experienced on the 21st day. Oh my gosh, my memory, like personally, now I'm talking about me, Lillian. For me, that third 3.5 week mark, holy smokes. I realized now I didn't feel buzzing. Some people do. I've had people who have waves of energy that go down their spine. That's not my story. I didn't feel anything, but I noticed my memory's better than it's been, I thought, since college. And then I realized it's better than it's ever been in my entire life. And then it just has continued to improve where I remember the square root of 2 and I don't even need to. The point is I effortlessly now, I don't have to try to learn. I just learn. I don't have to try to recall. I just do. I just remember it. So there's less energy wasted doing those things. Who doesn't want that? Which is why I wear more in public now. You see, people ask me, what's that for? Oh, for memory focus, brain processing speed. People's eyes usually get really big. What did you say? I go from memory focus and brain processing speed. Where do you get that? I'm like,
oh, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm a stem cell activation specialist. And now you're off to the races. What's your number? Let me send you a 1 minute, 31 second video, or are you on Facebook? So find out what your Facebook, like my Facebook, you go to my Facebook profile, it's facebook.com/Lillian I. Walker. And Ziegenhorns is probably Zieghorn. It's probably your name, the way you've put it into Facebook. So as long as you have that handy, you can say, "Hey, here's the link to my Facebook. Let's be friends on Facebook." And now
Yep.
you can engage them and send them information. It really is, it makes it easier and fun, and like Anne said, more systemized. We have so many people with, here's another one that I hadn't put up yet. So I will continue to keep on putting more testimonials, but you can go live, right, Anne? They can just go live, do their video. There's no editing or anything required. You're like, hey, just felt, wanted to share my update. And maybe you can do one later today, because now it's been literally a year and a month since you went back to work, because it was the first week of October last year when you had done that event, because now your thyroid had grown back, and just 4.5 months before, you were given 2.5 weeks to live and you needed a liver transplant.
Well, no, that was 10 years before. 2 weeks before that, it was 4.5 months, and my hands woke up, and I went back to work on September 26th. But the near-death experience for my breast implants, where doctors misdiagnosed me and took out a whole bunch of organs and then gave me 2 weeks left to live, was 10 years prior. So I'm now 11 years explanted.
So that's a huge testimonial right there, because so many women are just getting infinitely worse. And Anne has gotten massively, infinitely better. My gosh, you're like the Energizer Bunny now. So yeah, so everyone here has an incredible story to share. And then as you keep on helping your people, then encourage them to go on. And again, even like Anne said, the newest person can invite somebody, add them, tag them, and then it's either mention or message them, right?
Message. That's why I say messenger.
Messenger, yeah. Your Facebook messaging them. And is there anything else you think they need to know at this point, other than adding their testimonials? And
so right now, adding their testimony and doing stuff outside and carrying it in is okay. Once we get so big that so many people are just joining, you don't allow people to share something from the public side to the private, because they could have words that the FDA would be flagged on. So at some point we'll cut it down, but that'll be a while from now. Once we get, like I said, where it's like growing organically out of control, and we'll need ultimately, anywhere from 5 to 10 admins at that point in time, when so many people are coming in, because some people, sleep all different times of hours. And
because we're global.
That way somebody's able to, because you just don't let people in. They have to answer the questions, and those 2 questions have to be answered. Who brought you in, and do you agree to the rules? And once they say, yes, they agree to the rules, and so brought me in, then we can approve them. Well, some people work night shift, and so they're adding, tagging their friends at 2 a.m. Well, we need one of those people who's awake at 2 a.m. that says, yeah, I'm actually on Facebook, because I actually, sleep during the day because I work nights.
Or you have somebody in Spain, it's like 9 p.m.
Exactly. Different time zones.
We have Melbourne at 7 a.m., New Zealand at 8 a.m. So we're 17 hours ahead of us. So we are taking care of our global. That's why it's Patching Testimonials Global. It's not just Patching Testimonials USA.
Yeah.
It's Patching Testimonials Global, because we have brand partners in Australia, New Zealand, South Korea, Japan. They're all over the planet. So we're appealing to that. So yeah, 24-hour coverage.
But it really does make it really simple. And so if you ladies have, and I see that most people dropped off already, but if you see that you have some customers who have a testimony, please ask them to join. And if you see, sorry, my husband's trying to call. Let me tell him I'll call him back. If you, your customers, your other people who are below you, get them to please join and put a testimony in there.
Yeah, I wanted to point out in the featured, there's that very first post that's where you're going to, tag people, because it's the very first one. It's telling them that it's a global patching testimonial group. And then I also want you to notice when you go back to where, the tab, these are the tabs right here, right? So when you go to the tabs, if you go to the files, I have the synopsis to the Fantastic Five and the health tracker, because those are 2 important documents. I will also post on there the bullet points for the Fantastic Five and for all 11, so that you'll find those key documents as well as this order form on there. Now, I recognize that some of you can download PDFs to your cell phone and access them afterwards easy. And some of you, depending on your phone and how old and what type of phone you have, you might not be able to. But at the very least, you'll be able to see them when you go to Facebook. If you can't get them then from Facebook, then you can always get them elsewhere, you know, from start333biz.com. But it's handy here, and that's the whole point. I think there's nothing else for us to cover unless you can think of anything else, Anne.
Offhand, no. I mean, it really is really simple. It's just us getting more and more people involved to before we start inviting.
Yeah.
Personally, we want to get more testimonies from other people.
Yeah, and we want to invite everybody that you've personally enrolled, anyone that you've helped enroll for your downline. You want to make sure you invite all of them to the group and encourage them to post their testimonials. And if somebody's like, well, I kind of feel awkward just getting on the phone, then, or getting on the Zoom, well, or the Facebook Live, you can interview them. You say, well, you know what, I can ask you like 3 or 4 questions, so you don't have to do it alone. Like, why don't we can just jump on here, do a Facebook Live together. And I'm like, hey, you know, Anne, when did you get started? Well, I started 1 year and 3 months ago. Great. What did you first notice when you get, you know, when you got started? Like, what were you battling with? Oh, I was battling with A, B, and C. Like, and I noticed that in the first 24 hours, this happened. Or, you know what, the first week, I didn't really notice anything much, but oh my gosh, at the 30-day mark, all of a sudden one day, I put the patches on and I started feeling a warm, glowing feeling inside. And I'm like super happy. And I'm like, I just felt happy and noticed, but my husband said, you are super happy. And it seems like you're very energetic today. I'm like, you can tell. And so you just tell your story, but now you're interviewing that person, you're facilitating for them. So nobody has to do this alone. If you want me to get on Facebook and do a live to ask you the 3-4 questions, hit me up. I'm up to do that anytime, any day, any night. You guys know that. I'm here to help you with that. All right. Anything else, Anne?
I mean, that's the simplicity of it. And as we go along, we'll get better and better at everything. And if I think of anything else, I think more was just me and you kind of working through it yesterday so you could see exactly what I was trying to tell you about.
Yeah, I get it more now, and they're going to get it more as we'll do a little run through with them so that they kind of get it as well. So fantastic. Thank you so very much, my friend Jem. This is going to make reaching more people more quickly and more efficiently, more clean. I think much easier. So thank you so much.
Thank you all. Appreciate you hopping on.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Ciao for now.